Let me see your strut, Bill. Run down by the G. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the channel, all about the blues harmonica. So if you haven't already, thumbs up and subscribe. Today I'm going to talk to you about sort of intervals again. I'm not really going to coach you on anything. I'm just going to give you a few pointers here that I think will be very beneficial. So just listen to this. Yardbird Suite, Charlie Parker. Now I know this is all about blues, alright, but I've been a jazz saxophonist for most of my life, most of my adult life. So Charlie Parker's tunes, some of his tunes, particularly like Yardbird Suite, look it up and see if you can pick it out on your harmonica. You need to do this in second position, not first, because in first, in the middle, you'd need a little overblow on 6. So we'll put it. So make it easy. Just play it in second. And it's the intervals. It's all about intervals. Bird was great at, he had such sophisticated harmony. Now this guy, you remember that he's a jazz player. Jazz player's called a blues player, and the blues player said he was a jazz player. Yeah, all right, because the way that he approached music. All right. Now, so you get something like that tune where it anchors on what we call a major third, and that's the kind of thing that I coach on. But I'll put in the description below a few of the A-training exercises I've done with little bits of tunes that you can pick up really easy, and I'll point you in that direction, and they're below, and then you might have to trawl through some of my videos to find some more stuff like that. It's crucial for you to get those intervals together. You don't really have to at the start playing sort of initial blues, but it will bring your musicianship and bring you and make you learn faster a lot quicker if you can kind of do that. You really just have to put yourself through it. There's no other shortcut to it. You just put yourself through it. I always say that to people I coach, and the ones that stick the course come out the other side and do very, very well. Many don't, because it is just kind of, you've got to sort of learn to get that little bit of focus in. But of course that's what coaching's about. It's not just about playing, it's showing the individual how to get into that state, which is very, very important, and point them in the right directions. Yeah. It doesn't really work going other ways. You can only get so much out of something. Then you need someone to just listen and see what you're doing. Now, the object of the exercise is to look at the world around you and play in the moment. So you steal from these guys from the past, but you have to come out with your own way of doing it, because that's the only way that blues becomes truth. All right, like jazz becomes truth. I mean, you can see them coming a mile off, or at least I can, and musicians can see. You see these people coming. It's almost like a con artist. These mimics are coming out because, in a way, once they're mimicking, it's the easy option. Or you get people going into their own style, but it doesn't have, it's like a bird's nest being put together in bits and twigs and bits of this and bits of that. It doesn't have a body of work that's cemented, and they try and fragment that in a way that you can, but then the style has to move and it has to be developed the right way. That's what coaching's about, okay? And getting you to realize that as early as possible. It might take a little while, might take a long while. When you're ready to hear it, you'll hear it, but you need to be guided that way. Otherwise you just enter the same room as everybody else, and no matter how big and masterful you get, it's the same. All right? And ask any artist, the object, when you go to art school or whatever, you know, or you're at the jazz college, you know, it's about becoming you, nobody else. All right? So hopefully that's a few pointers for people. You know, it's about playing truth. Play with 1,000 mistakes to start with, or play with 100,000 mistakes. It doesn't matter. It's not the mistakes that count here. It's the fact that you're developing the right way and you're developing you. That you don't just go and become a mimic, which we see, of course, in art. You can see an awful lot of it in art. I see that today a lot. You know, there's not enough great artists coming through. If you spend a lot of time in your art galleries, you know, you'll come to the same conclusions that I've come to. Okay, so I hope that helps. Have a look at the links for that, and think about using tunes for intervals. A lot more, you can check it out on those other links. You'll get more for that. There's just a few tips today for people for starting out and people who've been playing for quite a long time. Alright, so thumbs up and subscribe. You catch my podcast, a lot of things on there about blues harmonica, about mysteries, unsolved mysteries, all sorts of things that we have an area of interest to people. Okay, I'll catch you on the rebound.